What's going on, YouTube? Happy you're here today. Thanks for joining in. Today we're at the David Eccles School of Business here in one of the study rooms, putting some stuff together for you guys. So today's video is going to be a little different. We're going to talk about the channel real quick. We're going to talk about travel, and then we're going to introduce the new travel series that's coming up next week. Let's get into it. So from the beginning, Chris Creates the World has been a platform for me to encourage you to go and follow your dreams and to create the world that you want to live in. Discovering new things and new hobbies and going new places and introducing you guys to the world that I come across. That's kind of some of the reasons that the channel is so random sometimes. But I'm here to give you guys an overall rounded view and help you discover things and new places so you can find inspiration, get out there and follow your dreams. In regards to travel, it's kind of expensive sometimes and it's hard to do, right? And so one alternative that I wanted to kind of introduce to you guys is group travel. So there's different places like Exodus Travel or For the Love of Travel or G Adventures, some group travel like that you can go on and experience these things where they put together an itinerary for you, but it also prevents you from missing out on opportunities that you might not have realized were there. And another way to do that is through a study abroad program if you are a student. I'm a student here at the David Eccles School of Business, and so they have a specialized study abroad program called Eccles Global. And Eccles Global puts together semesters abroad, but also fall and spring break trips. You get school credit for going on, and they take you to some amazing places. I was fortunate enough to go to Dubai over a fall break. So there's all kinds of opportunities out there. You just have to go and find them. Going on a big group vacation is an awesome opportunity. When they have things planned for you, you can go and experience all sorts of different things. When we arrived, they paid for us to go to the top of the Burj Khalifa, tallest building in the world. They took us to Atlantis Water Park, which is the biggest water park in the world. I got a freaking paddleboard on the Palm Jumeirah. It was amazing. We had 3 days at the World Expo, which was an incredible experience and way cooler than I thought it was going to be. They also took us on a desert safari out in the Arabian desert. And then they also gave us a lot of free time to do kind of our own thing. And so I was able to go and explore Old Town Dubai and see the gold and spice souks, and eat some local cuisine, which, by the way, the food in Dubai, amazing. We were also able to go to a mosque and see what a mosque was like. So that's the quick overview of the week of what we did, but I thought you'd want more people's opinion than just mine. So we talked to some friends that went on the trip with us. They're going to tell you what their favorite parts were. Hope you enjoy. So what is one insight that you gained as a result of this trip?
That we are more similar to people in other countries than we think. You know, obviously going there was like a very big difference culturally. You know, we got to visit a mosque. Just talking to some of the people there, you realize that we're a lot more similar than we see on the news and stuff.
I guess sometimes the media can make us believe that certain things are a specific way when they're actually not. Like when we went to the mosque, with what happened with 9/11, we hear so many things about Islam, but I think visiting the mosque was very eye-opening. It made me realize how they had been depicted in a completely different way.
We had the opportunity to go visit one of the mosques and have a tour, and it was really incredible to learn about Islam from someone who was practicing it. One thing that I thought was really incredible where she said, nothing bad can come from more education. And I know she was specifically referring to education regarding religion, but I think that can be applicable to every aspect of our lives.
Definitely how interconnected the world actually is. We are all so much closer than we actually think we are.
Everything is interconnected. You know, with the internet and with everybody being able to travel more and the world becoming more connected, we're also becoming much more like each other. We met with one of the University of Utah alum. He is working in the finance sector in Dubai. I didn't really understand how the business world in Dubai worked. And being able to go into one of the 30 free zones that they have there and see the inner workings, how it was set up, gave me kind of a world view. It was really fun to gain those insights and see everything that Dubai is doing to become this center for business and not just the oil mecca we all just kind of associate it as.
What experience or event was the best or most impactful and why?
Definitely the World Expo. I thought it was going to be boring. I thought it was going to be the kind of thing that we would want to leave. And then obviously that wasn't the case. Didn't leave early ever.
I loved the expo. The expo was incredible. It was something that I had never really known about. Countries come and show off pieces of their culture and innovation.
And it was really interesting to go to the expo and to see what these different nations are doing, to see what Dubai itself was doing.
It was awesome to be able to, travel to essentially 40 different countries all in one place, all in one day, to learn a little bit about each culture.
I think the expo was incredible because we were able to not just go to Dubai, but we also went to Finland and Netherlands, Italy, China, so many different places that we also were able to get contact with.
I had never really heard of or had many expectations for the World Expo, but once we started on day one, I quickly realized how insane it is. It is one of the biggest conglomerates of stakeholders coming together to just share culture and technology and art. It made me open my eyes to how different the rest of the world is compared to what I've grown up with.
We got a cool opportunity to go meet the Chilean ambassador to Dubai, and I think that was a pretty cool conversation we had with him just about how politics affected even the World Expo, which I never really thought of.
Chile is, not as developed as Dubai, but you can kind of see it coming along. And so being able to see what they're doing similar to Dubai, what they're doing differently to kind of increase their economy.
Desert Safari was a blast.
I loved it. I would do that again any day. We had a driver, his name was Nadir. He talked about different aspects of the culture. He talked about Arabian coffee and why that was so important.
So what world did this inspire you to create in the future?
From this trip, it inspired me to create a world where I get to travel more and experience more. I'm graduating in the spring, and because of this trip and because of what I experienced over the World Expo, I decided that I want to spend a couple months traveling the world before going into the workforce. I've decided I specifically really want to see more of the Middle East. I really enjoyed the culture, learning about the religions.
It makes me want to travel a lot more and just have a global perspective, which I think is the purpose of Eccles Global.
And I want to create a world where I understand people more than I have my entire childhood.
And that's something that I want to continue throughout my life. Becoming educated in cultures and then coming home and letting that education seep into my life and helping me to become a more accepting person. This trip has shown me that no door is ever closed to you. It might seem far off. Dubai was something that was on my bucket list and it felt so inaccessible to me. But take advantage of every opportunity that comes in front of you to go to Dubai, to apply for things that you think are out of reach. There's never a door that's shut unless you never open it in the first place.
So I hope you enjoyed that little montage there of what we got up to in Dubai. That is the next travel series. Stick around, make sure you subscribe to see in detail everything that we get up to. It's an awesome place. I definitely have a lot of recommendations. Thanks for coming along. Check the description for all the links down there. And I'm gonna get going because I've been in school for way too long. So I'm gonna go take a nap because I'm still a little jet lagged. And as always, go create the world.
You're going to Dubai, gotta get the Instagram pictures.